similar look like ordinary grass, many would have cut and straight to the dumping site. But citronella grass has a lot of benefit. Apart from oil being extracted, it can also be used as manure for vegetables like the leafy vegetables. The water can also be used in the processing of soap and many other things. Before distillation, this is how it looks like, half green. And after distillation, this is how the byproduct looks like. And even at this stage, it is not a waste. Thank you for joining me on the Ghanaian Farmer one more time. My name is Enyunam, and we are still in the Western region exploring the numerous benefits when it comes to cultivation of citronella grass. And the farmer is here. He's also a teacher to throw more light when it comes to installation of the machine that you can use to process or distill the oil. So we're going to briefly introduce you to it. If you're interested, he's glad to do business with you. Thanks for joining me, Sammy.
Hello.
So this is your mini factory.
Exactly.
Okay. And you're saying before distillation, this is semi-dried.
Semi-dried.
This is semi-dried.
Yes.
So this is how it looks like.
It looks like.
So after how many days do you move it from the farm to this factory?
When it's hot days, 3 to 4 days, it should be collected and sent to the processor.
3 to 4 days? It is
3
collected
to 4 days, yes.
And brought to this place?
Exactly.
Okay, so when it comes, what happens next?
Then we offload it into this platform, then send straight into the still, which is right behind us.
This machine?
This machine.
Okay, I'll let you see the full view of the machine. But there is a big machine called what?
Still or distiller.
Okay, distiller.
Yes.
You load it.
You load the grass into the distiller. Then you cover it in order not to lose any pressure or leakage of vapor.
Okay.
Then it will pass it through a pipe.
Yes, this very
pipe.
Okay.
Then that pipe also has a coiled pipe in the condenser. The second device is called, the second tank is called a condenser. It has the water inside with a big coil pipe inside.
Okay.
So the vapor melt the oil in the grass, also in the form of vapor, together passes through the pipe, condenses, and it is received in a receptor downstairs.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's how you get the oil. Okay.
So the oil will still, when it's heated, the vapor passes through the grass, melt the oil content in the grass, also in the form of vapor. Together, the water vapor and the oil vapor passes through the pipe and condenses in the condenser. And there is a receptor downstairs that receives both the oil and the water, and it separates the oil and the water.
Okay, how many hours does it take when you cover this before it starts, the process starts?
Okay.
I mean the oil process.
Ideally, when the fire is set, it takes about 1.5 hours, and the whole process lasts for 8 hours before you can extract everything from the grass.
Okay, you mentioned fire.
Fire.
You mean the normal fire we use for cooking?
It's a form of furnace.
Okay.
So the temperature is very higher than what you use at home.
So do you use the regular firewood?
You use the regular
firewood. And
firewood.
when do you set the fire?
Underneath. You get
downstairs.
Downstairs.
So it's down where we are standing now. All right. So
we are on
I'll
the
be
top.
taking you there. This is the top.
Yeah.
And there's the down part.
Exactly.
I'll be taking you there for you to see where they set the fire actually. So after 8 hours, you are sure of getting your oil.
Exactly.
Is that not correct?
Correct. You are right.
Okay. So what happens to the oil that is finally gotten? What do you do to it next?
Then we bulk them in a storage room downstairs. Then we begin the distribution to various buyers or various companies that are our customers already.
Okay, so when the finished oil comes out, it is, stored in these tanks. I'm seeing some tanks around.
Yes, some tanks here.
You store it in that tank, and then you bottle it up in these.
Some in this, and some also in the 4.5 liter, and some in 25 liter containers.
Okay. Yes. So in a day, how many oil are you processing here in a day?
It's not daily. As we came today, we are not processing.
Yes.
So we can say monthly. I can give an average oil we produce monthly.
Okay, so monthly, how many averagely?
We can averagely be producing like 100 liters.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Now let's move to the grass, the
yes.
byproduct. So after you finish the 8 hours, what happens or what becomes of these byproducts?
The byproduct, we offload it from the tank, then heap it there.
So that's what we see right behind us.
Exactly.
Viewers, I will let you once again see where they heap the byproduct. So You heap it there, and what happens to it?
And we use it for our plantation. You see the planting around. They are very green and they're giving high yield. And you see the flowers, this flower, the lang lang. They look very green and very fresh. It is the work of this grass that has made it so green in spite of the dry season that we experience.
Right. Okay. Now you mentioned that before you can have this machine installed, for you to process this citronella oil, you need a source of water.
Yes.
Is that correct?
You are right. You need a source
so
of
I see right down there, there's a mini kind of dam. That has been constructed. Is that man-made?
It's a man-made.
Okay.
It's an excavator that came and dug it for us so that you can have a source of water. Because when distilling, this gets hot and it needs to be cooled all the time in order to have a good condensation.
Okay, so this becomes hot at a point?
Yes,
the water.
The water.
So do you have to let it out and refill?
Yes, we have outlet and then refill.
Okay.
Exactly.
Whilst production is ongoing?
Exactly.
Really? So how many hours, at what point, how many hours, within the 8 hours, how many hours do you realize it's heating up and you have to?
Let's say if you're going for 8 hours, half, which is 4 hours time, you realize that the water is getting hot.
Okay.
And it affects the yield of the oil. So quickly you have to let out the hot water and pump in a fresh water.
Fresh water. It doesn't really matter the water. It doesn't matter if it's, water from the underground or pipe water.
With the oil.
Okay.
It cools the pipe, the core pipe in the condenser.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. How much will it cost me to have this installation done quickly?
There's two structures will cost you, this gives about 21 liters oil, and that can cost you like 60,000. And you have bigger one that costs like 80,000 or so, like the one at Cymbopogon.
Right.
That gives about 25 liters per distillation.
Okay.
And that costs about 80,000.
But this one here costs how much?
About 65,000.
For the two?
For the two.
65,000.
60 to 65.
Do you build it yourself?
No, the engineer, I have the idea.
Okay.
Then we give to the architect or a welder to fabricate for us.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any form of maintenance I need to do whilst I'm using this machine?
No, once the material itself is stainless, it's all stainless built. So it is devoid of rust. So there's no maintenance to be done. Except the bolts that we used to tight. Sometimes some can get out, can be worn. So you have to change and fix it, but it doesn't require any major maintenance. And
how long can I use it for, the machines?
This one can be there for till time you want to stop distillation. It doesn't, and it also has a value. If you bought this, let's say 100 Ghana cedis, the next 2 years you have it, or if you want to resell it, it could go double the price because the stainless plate doesn't depreciate.
All right. Okay, so viewers, there you have it. Let me now take a quick walk with Sammy to where the machine is, how it is covered, after they load the grass, how it is covered. And then this one, there's nothing to see. It's just the coil that cools down the temperature. I'll take you downstairs to see the grass where it is heaped afterwards. And of course, I'll let you see the water source and the fire bit of it. My name is Enyonam, and this has been the Ghanaian Farmer. We've done the part 1 on the farm. We have come to the factory, so you have a fair idea of what we're talking about. It's either you decide to be a farmer and a processor, or you can be a processor and be buying the grass for Sammy. Sammy doesn't have enough raw materials to supply you, so you want to do the two at a go. And he mentioned the cost at which is going for. So if you want one, you can reach out to him and I'm sure he'll be glad to help you. If you have further questions, you can just send it to us on our digital platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, The Ghanaian Farmer. Just share with me, get in touch with me. And of course, you can look for him on social media, Samuel Donko, and you can send him messages for further inquiries. But please, if you watch this interview, make sure someone else get it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.